the back of that pacer and just kind of went through. Was that kind of what you expected to happen?
Yeah, the Pacers did a great job getting the race going, setting it up, and then a really good field.
Were you surprised that maybe you didn't have more company? That, I don't know if you were aware of that at some point, but, that you were the only one that really went with the pace.
Yeah, I think, the whole field was really great. Like, everyone in college is running really fast these days, so I was excited to line up against the collegiate athletes and be out here, also practice that front running as well. So kind of a good combination of both.
Now let's talk about yesterday. You ran the 800 meters, and obviously your specialty right now is the 5 kilometers. You're one of the top 5-kilometer runners in the world, 13th last year at the World Championships. And so what was that like, getting on the line in the 800 there, dropping down? Talk to us a little bit about the 800 yesterday.
Yeah, getting on the line for the 800 has definitely been intimidating, and going back, and everyone in college is running so fast these days, so I was like, stepping down from the 10K and the 5K, definitely the first 200 is a bit of a shock to the system, but it's always fun to switch it up, and it was really fun to run a different event.
That's great. Now this first lap of Heat 8 is through in just under 60 seconds. They got things moving along there very nicely. You can see hip number 15, Reese Sharman Newell, the Division II leader at 800 meters, actually number 2 at 800 meters, sitting there at the front of that pace. We'll keep an eye on him. Now, talk about this environment here. You talked a little bit about it. At this point in the season, it sounds like you're just really trying to use this as some good work. Obviously, you had a great weekend in the 8 and 15, but being out here in this environment, what was it like for you?
Yeah, even when we showed up yesterday, it brought me back to, high school or college, where you just have the music, you have people, lining the track down there, and just such great energy. Just kind of brings you back to, like enjoying running and competing and just being in a really good environment.
And that really is the hallmark of this meet. There are so many meets out there that have a formality to them, and what they've done here at the Bryan Clay Invitational is just make it so athlete and coach friendly. So it's great to hear you say that, because I think that's what a lot of athletes and coaches appreciate about this meet. Now, I know Stanford is here. You're former 12-time All-American, I believe, at Stanford. Have you got a chance to watch some of your former Stanford mates run?
Yeah, even a bunch of the women ran the 15 at Mount Sac last night, and I think they went 5 in the top 7 or something. So just watching the dominance of Stanford.
Yeah, the Cardinal is rolling. Coach J.J. Clark's got a great crew. We've seen some of them running here today, and that's just got to be fun for you. Like you said, you're kind of in that part of your season. Let's talk about the part of the season that you're in. They're coming up on the bell here at 2:49. We got a full house here pouring on at the bell. Nice move there by, I believe that's hip number 5, Loic Scomperin from the Colorado School of the Mines, if I'm not mistaken. A great Division II effort there, and Sharman Newell beginning to move now, the 800-meter runner. We'll see if he can bring him back. Let's talk about where you're at in your season. Obviously still very early. What is the focus for this year for you?
Yeah, just getting started, and the focus will be USA's in July, and looking for that world team, and then racing, kind of through September. So it's a long season, but this is the perfect place to start.
Yes, and training is going well at this point. You coming off of base work, maybe in altitude or something as training camp? Is that kind of where you're at right now?
Yeah, we're at altitude January, February, and now we've kind of gone back to some base work and just getting into the racing season.
Awesome. Now, is there something out here that you are, excited to maybe stick around and watch, or, you got a chance to watch Grant run and Cooper? Is there something, being out here? It's so great that you guys are able to just kind of walk amongst the crowd, walk around with some athletes. I'm sure athletes are wanting to take pictures with you guys. Are you guys going to stick around a little bit and hang out with